Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me for this chair yoga stretch. Today we are going to be focusing on the hips, low back, and sacroiliac joint. A little bit of sciatica area as well. Those legs support us all day long, so towards the end of the day we can start feeling tension and tightness creeping in. So great stretch for the end of a busy day, or if you're starting your day and you're already feeling that tightness, great way to get that out so that you can move through your day nice and comfortably. You need your chair. This is completely seated. I also have a towel with me here today, nothing really big, but it will just help us throughout the flow. Go ahead, get everything set up, and we're gonna get moving right now. Great job here. Let's go ahead and just start by getting our towel ready. So we'll just wrap it all the way up and then lay it across the lap. We'll get to that in just a second. Send those hips back in the chair, connect the feet to the floor. And let's take some reverse spinal rolls here. So we'll start by tucking the chin, letting those shoulders draw forward, stretch, arch through that middle back. On the inhale, bring it back up. 2 more, just like that. Think about moving through the middle back, pressing right into that middle spine. Great job, last one here. Shoulders fall in. And inhale, take it up. This time, we're going to take the same movement and work it on down into the lower middle back or the high low back. So instead of this area here, we'll be working right about here. Inhale to roll and stack back up. Exhale to round and lengthen forward. Last time here. And inhale, bring it on up. Great job there. Go ahead, take your towel and now wind it into a nice little square or a ball. And we're going to place it in between the knees. So it's just going to give us something a little bit softer to squeeze rather than knee on knee here. Hands are going to come to the hips and you're going to let yourself fold into that low back just a little bit, creating a touch of a round length. And we're going to let the left hip shift forward, right hip pulls back. Send it back to the center. Inhale, bring your body back up. Exhale, soften it forward. And then inhale, left hip. Think about pulling it back and just working that right hip forward. You can turn the spine if that feels good. Inhale, bring it back in. Hold it here instead of coming up this time. And then let's go right hip back. Left hip forward, turn and reach that left hand over to the side, pull it back in, right forward, left back, right hand reaches to the side. Take it back into the center. Beautiful job there. Release that towel. You might have felt a little opening right where the pelvis meets the low back spine there. If you didn't feel a whole lot of much, that might not be the area of your tightness. We're going to take our towel here underneath the right foot and we're going to guide this foot. So I want you to push out on those toes. So I don't want that ankle collapsing and pulling in on the towel. So keep those toes right over the ankle and then just gently draw it up and over. Great job here. Now, see if you can lift a little bit, shift side to side. So we're taking a very modified version of Happy Baby or Rock the Baby here. Good. Lower is okay. Modify, meet your body where it's at. Release that one on down, and let's go ahead and take the same thing here on the left side. Great job. So we're working through a variety of hip stretches. Same thing, push into that outer edge of the foot so we're not bending that ankle funny. Side to side, modified rock the baby. Lower is okay. We're working through a wide variety of hip stretches today because when there is tension and tightness in the hips, it can be really hard to pinpoint which muscle is causing it. So you might go through some of the stretches here and you're like, nothing, I don't feel anything. And then we get to that one stretch and you're like, right there. So be patient with it here. If you're not feeling a whole lot just yet, send that left leg back down. Let's go back to the right. Now this time we're going to take it underneath, back behind the ankle. We don't want to be directly on it. We're going to point the toes and turn that leg in and draw it over. Great job. Lifting up just a little bit, feeling a little bit of outer pull from the outer thigh to the hip. I'm using some arm strength here. Try to breathe and relax, especially if these are tight. Stay heavy in that hip. Release the right leg on down. Take your top underneath the left leg, left lower leg. Point the toes a little bit. Turn that leg in. Draw it over. Oh, goodness. So my right side, no problems. Get into this left side here, and it is really, really tight. Totally different sensation on this side. That's really common too. So you may be feeling pain through the hips and the low back, and it might just be on one side. Breathe. Let yourself relax. It's very tempting to tense and tighten up under the discomfort of a stretch. Let yourself go. And if you can't let yourself go, back off a little bit. Go ahead, release that one on down. We'll take it back underneath the right ball of the foot. So get that towel in a good position there. Send that foot out. A bend in the knee is okay. We're just going to gently pull the foot back towards us. And then lower it down. Point the toe into the towel. You're going to arch the back to allow that to happen. Inhale, flat back. Flex the toes towards you. Exhale, arch and point. One more time. Nice little stretch here through the foot and the ankle. Guide while we have this right leg. We'll go ahead and guide it on up and in. You can take an overhand grip if that's easier. One-legged happy baby here. Right knee towards the shoulder. Straight out, down. Find where works for you. Movement, if that feels good. You can play with kicking the foot out a little bit, bringing it in. And then gently release that one on down. Let's go ahead, go back over. Underneath the ball of the foot on this left side. Make sure you're not pulling on the arch. Straighten the leg, but a soft bend in the knee is okay too. Big bend in the knee is okay if you need a little less intense stretch. Toes flex towards you. And then you're going to push them forward, arch the back. Inhale to come up. Work with your breath. Exhale to arch. One more time here. Make sure the shoulders are not coming into the ears. And single side happy baby over here. guide that left knee to the outside of that left shoulder. Overhand grip, one-handed grip, two hands, underhand, whatever works for you. Settle into this hip here. You can experiment with some movement, rock side to side, move the leg, move the bones inside of that hip joint. And then gently bring that back in, release that on down. Step yourself to the left. We will go right side first. Towel will wrap around the front of the ankle or shin. We'll drop that leg, lean yourself forward, and then just gently work that heel towards the glute. Keep the knee underneath you. You don't want to crank real hard on the knee. If you need a bigger stretch, send that back. If you're back here and there's like not a whole lot happening, you might need a bigger stretch. So send that leg longer behind you and then roll the body up, stretching this area here. So for some of us, this is going to be a little too much and you'll use your towel to guide it back. And for some of us, that's not enough. And this is better. So wherever you find that you get a good stretch, release that one. We'll step it out to the right and take the same thing with the left leg. So I'll get you started here. Around the front, gently front of the foot. Guide it in. If that is not enough, step it out, create length, press that knee back. Body comes tall, but I don't want you really arching into the low back. Think more about sweeping length from here. Gently release that back in, step it back to the center. Cross this right leg over the left. If you need a little bit of help, you can use that towel. Great job here. Hug that knee side to side gently. Make sure you're really sturdy in the chair. No stretch. Try bringing that knee higher, hugging it around from the front, or holding it in with your towel. The stretches are the same. It's not a competition. There is no ego here. How we get to those same stretches, it just looks different in different bodies. No right or wrong. Good. If the knee is lifted, go ahead, slide it back down. Ease your towel back in, and let's go ahead, take a good deep breath in. And then exhale, let the low belly meet the thigh. So you're creating a little bit of length here. Fold it forward, relax. Ease into those hips. You can place a block under this left foot or come to the ball of the foot if you need just a little more height and space. Breathe big, expanding on the inhale into the middle back, and then exhale, release. Shoulders stay out of the ears. You're breathing big into the rib cage, especially in the back. 2 more times. Leave the right leg over the top of the left. Bring yourself back up. Slide those hips forward and use this right leg just to draw a little bit of weight, sending that left leg over to the right slightly. Back can rest on the chair. Make sure you're not pressing up and pushing the low back forward. Release that on down, unwind. Left leg comes over the right. Towel can help. Staying higher if you need it. Hugging this one in. Bring your spine tall. Stay out of the low back though. Movement if it feels good. Again, you can be folded down, supporting a little bit with the towel, or a full bind. Go ahead and lower that left leg over the right. Send those hips back. Nice tall spine. Belly folds and flattens over the thighs. Ease yourself on down just. Allow yourself to find a little bit of heaviness here. Trust yourself to let go. 3 really deep breathing cycles, expanding into the back of the rib cage there. After your third exhale, inhale, roll it back up. Slide those hips forward in the chair. Left leg will just draw the right leg over to that side, so kind of pressing. You can turn to the inner edge of the foot. Make sure the ankle feels good. Soften through the upper body. And then we will release them back to the front. Take your towel one more time. We're going to take like a single leg butterfly. So we'll draw the foot up and let that knee fall out. Same thing here, no pulling. You shouldn't see this rounding in the ankle. Heel and ankle are in line with the low leg. Bring yourself up tall. You can even rest that foot on the seat if you can get there. If you're lower, that's okay. Nice inner thigh stretch here. Nice inner hip. Release that one on down. Let's take the same thing here on the left. It's awesome if it's the same, but don't expect it. It might be different. Make sure that ankle feels good here. Nice and tall. Good. Try not to tighten under the stretch. If you cannot relax within the stretch is just a little too intense for today. Pull out of it just a little bit. And release that one on down. Take your towel, set it somewhere out of the way. Slide those hips forward. Take the hands to the heart, to the low belly, to the lap. 3 good deep breaths here into your back. After that third exhale, go ahead and rise on up on the inhale. Hands come to the heart. Good deep breath here. And exhale. Bow it on forward. Thank you so much for joining me for this chair yoga. Really great way to take weight and pressure off of the hips as we give them a nice stretch. And avoiding the floor poses. Sometimes those are just not a good fit for us. Please join me back here for the next yoga flow, or maybe you'll join me for a cardio or strength workout. I have lots of variety on this channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out. It makes the workouts easier for you to find, and it helps share them with other people that could benefit them as well. So it's a good deed for all of us. I will see you guys again. Keep taking good care of yourselves, and I hope those hips feel amazing. Thank you for watching.